There's two Pacific Islanders who does not want to be called Polynesians. Hawaiians and the Maoris. That is the reason why there's a paper that you see in America. Are you a Pacific Islander or a native Hawaiians? They don't want to be part of Pacific Islands. They want to be separated. Are you a Pacific Islander or a native Hawaiian? They want to be separated. Are you a Pacific Islander or a native Hawaiians when you fill up forms in Hawaii? And when you fill up forms in America. That was from the Hawaiians. And when you go to New Zealand to the south, the Maoris, they tell you they're Maori. They don't want to be called Polynesians. The form will say Pacific Islanders or Maori. Now here's my question. Are you a Pacific Islander? Are you Polynesian? Or are you just Maori? Because when you need help in petition, in protesting, you come and call us, the rest of the Pacific Islanders, to join you. Here's a question for the Hawaiians. When you tell Americans that you are not a Pacific Islander, that you are native Hawaiians, okay, so we come to America. There's different application forms. We open it up. If there's a question there, ethnicity, and there's an option there, Pacific Islander or native Hawaiians. Now, who separated that? Hawaiians. Because Hawaiians tell the Americans they are not Pacific Islanders. They are native Hawaiians. For the Kanaka Maori, you are proud native Hawaiians, Kanaka Maori. You don't want to be called Polynesians. You do not want to be called Pacific Islanders. You do not come and join us in the South Pacific because you are North Pacific. You do not join us in any events, organization, committee in the South Pacific. When you have your petition in Hawaii and you call out the protesting in Hawaii, you come and call us, the rest of the Pacific Islanders, from the South Pacific to support your movement. So, are you a Pacific Islander or are you just Hawaiians? Because when I came to America with my Tongan English fob, fresh off the boat, the Polynesians in America call themselves Polynesians. But in the South Pacific, we call each other Pacific Islanders. We don't call each other Polynesians in the South Pacific, except the Maoris. The Maoris don't want to be called Pacific Islanders, and the Maoris do not want to be called Polynesians. They want to be called Maoris in New Zealand, Aotearoa. The rest of us Pacific Islanders in the South Pacific, the Nauru call the Tuvalu a Pacific Islander, and the Tokelau calls a Rotuma a Pacific Islanders, and myself calls a Niue a Pacific Islander. We come to America, and you guys Polynesians, Tongans, Samoans, Hawaiians, call each other Polynesians. But you don't want to call the Fijians Polynesians. But your tattoo came from Fiji, originated in Fiji. The tattoo culture of Polynesians. When you fly from America to Tonga and Samoa, where do you stop? When you fly Fiji Airways, you stop in Nandi, Fiji. Why don't you tell the people in Fiji you're not Polynesians? Why do you hide it from the Fijians? I know a lot of you Tongans and a lot of you Samoans overseas. You like to mock Fijians.